Hey, what's down, my ups? Pronago bringing you some more Brood War stuff. This is actually after Brood War. We're no longer in Brood War, you hear me? I actually don't remember who this person, who made this, so check the description for the author. I should have done some research before I pushed record, but oh well. Mission 1, The Resplendant. Rescue the crashed battlecruiser Resplendant. I don't know why Resplendant is on a new line. This was requested by Dynamo. I have no idea what the quality is. Just judging by what we see so far, I'm not having some good thoughts yet. The UED has been eradicated. The Protoss unleashed the fury of the Zelnaga to save Shakuras from the Nightmare Zerg. Oh no, Echoes! And Kerrigan gained control of her minions with the destruction of the Overmind. Meanwhile, Jim Raynor and his ragtag fleet roam deep space as fugitives. Alright, well, we don't have broken grammar yet. I can't believe we trusted her. She used us to kill the renegade Zerg. Then she killed my friend Phoenix. What she'll do next is anyone's guess. All I know is one day, she'll pay. Captain Raynor, I am receiving a distress call from a vessel identifying itself as the battlecruiser Resplendant of the United Earth Directorate. What? Impossible. Kerrigan slaughtered those sorry sons of bitches before they even ever made it back to Earth. Patch it through. Medes, transmitting on all frequencies. This is Captain Fairbrother of the United Earth Directorate. We have crash-landed on the planet Braxis and require immediate assistance. Repeat, immediate assistance. There's Zerg here. We're surrounded. There's Zerg here, guys! Guys, there are Zerg here. I'd certainly like to know what the hell's going on. Come on, let's go check it out. Come on, man, let's go check it out. I guess he's talking to me. Alright, well, that was a pretty short and to the point briefing, but very, disconnected, right? Because he had, like, that text opener that, like, summed up Brood War for some reason. And if you just cut that out, especially since Raynor then exposits a bunch of information on top of it that we just read, or that we should know. Like, I think if you trim down Raynor's lines, and then you had him chatting with, like, a Marine or something, and then the distress signal came through, it would just as, like, Hyperion command, like, Hyperion bridge or something. And then, like, jumps into Raynor and him talking to a Marine or his computer or something, and then that transmission comes in. I mean, that would be a pretty short and to the point briefing. As it stands, it's pretty short to the point anyways. So, rescue the battlecruiser Resplendant, Jim Raynor and Captain Fairbrother must survive. Well, I think this was here to begin with. I didn't even notice it. Let's see. Yeah. So, it would be nice if that wasn't the case. Oh, okay. Okay, let's find this Captain Fairbrother. Oh, okay. Finally, I thought no one would ever find us. One more attack by the Zerg and we would have been. Would have been? You're already dying. My units are moving by themselves. It's a little goofy. Also, my battlecruiser is the same color as everything else. Please accept my thanks. We would have surely been overrun had you not come to save us. Don't flatter yourself, pal. I didn't come here to save your sorry ass. I want to know what the hell the UED is doing on Braxis. I heard you got wiped out on your way back to Earth. Well, Captain Jim Raynor, I believe. Well, Captain, I will gladly answer any questions you may have, but I don't think the Zerg broods that lie to the north are going to sit back while you conduct your fact-finding mission. There may be a few headless Zerg running around, but I know for a fact that there are no Zerg bases on Braxis. Very well, Captain, then we will die together. More Zerg will be here in a few seconds. Might I suggest if you change your mind, you repair those bunkers and load them up. Okay. So I guess we'll put down a command center as well. We have plenty of depots. Yeah, I'm not really able to build anything else. Well, Mr. Raynor, question mark? Okay, Captain. Looks like you may be right. I'll help you clear the area of Zerg, but I want answers later. New mission objectives. Destroy the Zerg bases. Raynor and Fairbrother must survive. I assume Fairbrother's just in the vessel. We can't use them as a unit. There's no mod, if that wasn't obvious. Probably should have prefaced this with that. I didn't repair the bunkers fast enough. Well, it looks like a lot of these waves are spawned. The fact that there's no mod makes it pretty obvious that there's not going to be a whole lot of, well, you guys know the idea. There's no AI. So. As we sit here waiting for our fucking command center to finish. Always the best kind of gameplay. Not a fan that the gameplay got interrupted with a pause. I think that could have just been... Like, after the Zerg were called the first wave or whatever, we have, like, this downtime. We could have just had that dialogue play during this point while we scouted around. So we see the makings of another base over there. That's still not done. Let's see what else is to our immediate vicinity. I feel like I have played this before, but at the same time, I don't really remember anything about it, so... And I think I only really played the... like, the first mission, or first 2 missions or something. Let's go ahead and build a barracks. So, I guess this is like a real basic kind of campaign. At least the vibe I'm getting is very much like a typical sort of, you know, build to destroy, macro, your way through. You know, the map is decently decorated, I guess. You know, more so than I would expect from like a year 2000, a Y2K type campaign. We see a Zerg campaign easy attack of 3 Zerglings or whatever the fuck that was, so that's something. And, oh yeah, we might want to make some SCVs, huh? Wow, it really was 3 Zerglings. And there's a lot of expansions on the map. Now, I don't expect the AI to take any of these, but, oh, there's blue as well. Okay. Also, I'm pretty sure my command center is, like, it's this one mineral field, and maybe this one as well, that are, like, stopping me from moving any further. So that's pretty frustrating. I don't know that we need to replace that, bunker. One thing that I feel like, is not talked about very often is the fact that when you pre-place units, you're basically telling the player, or you're intimating to the player, that your placement is better than what they would choose to place, like where they would choose to place it. So you at least want to do stuff to some degree of, like, some optimal nature, you know? And I'm not convinced yet that this campaign does that. But that'll be something that I keep an eye out on. That's why I always say, like, adding in the early game, making it so that the player doesn't start with too much. Not that 3 bunkers and however many depots we have is too much. I would say maybe we have too many depots, but... you know, the early game still feels somewhat intact, even though the AI starts with 10 billion things. Yeah, I would say that that's, like, a big reason why I think the early game is so important. Oh, they're actually building stuff. Maybe they don't start out with too much. Please leave me alone. I'm just scouting. Yeah, this seems like it's really just a standard fare type, like very, you could say low effort, right? There's not really that much that's going on here. Looks like we have to carve through some like static defense that's placed there by blue. If we're meant to attack that orange base. I don't know where blue's base is. I guess it might be in the top right. Let's go ahead and build a factory. And how much does an academy cost? 150, wow. So I guess this has been opened by SCM draft or something in this era. Yeah, look at that. We found blue's base. A lot of strangely, like, the units are just in a line. A little strange. I'm also used to seeing them at the very least, like, animate, but it's because of my framework animations. So yeah, I mean, maybe we can use Brood War Aftermath, or whatever this is called, after Brood War, to talk about, like, the basic ideas behind fundamental RTS type gameplay, because it seems like it's pretty basic. So it should be a useful discussion. I feel like we did start out with a lot of military units. This mission could also be a lot more engaging in terms of the threat provided by the enemies, but who knows? Oh, yeah. I mean, these are the same AI script, right? So that's like a pretty big slight, I would say. I don't even know where all my men are. I guess we only ordered up one earlier. But, you know, there's a lot of expansions, which I like. There's not too much pre-placed for the AI. you know, that you saw that they were still getting like a lair, still building some other things. So even though it's not very impressive, still feels pretty inoffensive at the very least. I think not having any AI kills almost every project dead, but this one at the very least won't be intolerable. It just won't achieve too much, which is sort of like an issue. And so when I'm looking for like ways that I would improve this, I mean, I don't think you actually need to mess with the outline too much, but I think that something that definitely could be done is not breaking that. That would be nice. You would have had enough minerals if you fucking did what I told you to do, dummy. Yeah, so, I mean, the AI, for one, should definitely be more engaging. Are we AI yet? Yamatoing that? It's pretty AI-like.
Commander, let's move. Checked up and good to go.
Add-on complete. Research complete.
I don't know. I feel like,
Additional supply complete.
oops. I didn't ever build more depots.
Commander,
What is this guy doing?
Upgrade complete.
What are you doing? Jesus Christ.
standing by.
Just wanted a closer, spot.
Additional supply depots required.
Yeah, I definitely played this before because I remember it feeling like my, whatever, the way I put my base layout initially and when I ran this and the first time was really stupid. I remember thinking that. It's definitely the same kind of mission. But I think I just won this by slamming out a bunch of tanks and Goliaths. So, let's see what happens there.
Insufficient Vespene gas.
Oh, we needed a fourth one for max saturation.
Insufficient Vespene gas.
Well, we'll try with what we got here anyways. I guess I'll grab an engineering bay.
Anytime you're ready. Receiving headquarters. Yes, sir.
We'll make our way up there. See what happens. Thinking.
Ready to roll out. Proceeding.
So since they're the same AI, I feel like... Oh wait, that's a... What the fuck?
Ready to roll out.
Why does Orange have a lair in that base? That's pretty psychotic. As you can see, they're getting a hive around the same time. So yeah, it looks like the AI is actually broken. Error?
Orders. Give me some issue.
Where does it hurt?
Goliath. Orders, sir.
Need medical attention?
Yes,
I sure do. Where the fuck are my tanks?
Online. 92, sir. Identify target.
Need medical attention? Right
Destroyed.
away. Don't keep me vague.
Here, we'll give this guy a kiss. Mwah! Many kisses.
Your forces are under attack.
Identify target. Absolutely.
Alright, it also seems apparent that they're going to attack me pretty soon, but whatever.
Go ahead, Tackle. Reporting for duty.
Your forces are under attack.
Ah, they're attacking me from that angle.
Insufficient Vespene gas.
Bye. I'm gonna grab this expansion here pretty soon. Yeah, not a whole lot to talk about in this first mission. Very basic, but I don't necessarily think basic is super bad. It's just, again, it's not really doing too much, right? So you wanna have your stuff be a bit more meaningful than that. Doesn't appear that this AI has guard all.
Insufficient Vespene gas. Upgrade complete.
Yeah, I don't think my layout is really that much better in this case. It's pretty bad, again.
Your forces are under attack.
This is why we brought the Valks.
Something destroyed? Of course, my dear.
How the fuck are these queens still alive? Maybe they're considered light units or something? Anyways.
Your forces are under attack.
Orders, sir. Let's roll.
Of course, my dear.
Huh. Help. I'm being scourged. Alright.
Identify target.
Well, I don't know what's happening in this, but it's a disaster, whatever it is. Yeah. So this is a campaign that's definitely relying on StarCraft itself as opposed to, you know, designing AI of any caliber, right? And or just like weird, you know, puzzles. So a very classic sort of game. And in that respect, I don't know if it's really any good or useful in any capacity, but.
Your forces are under attack.
Oh my god. Yeah, because they're both here for some ridiculous reason, there's a lot of unnecessary confusion happening here where both AI are defending because they're both... It's like their start locations were swapped or something. I don't even know what this is a result of, but whatever it is, it's pretty fucking stupid. So, guess I just need more units.
Your forces are under attack.
Checked up and good to go. I can't feel reporting for duty. Right away, sir. Orders received.
Come on,
Your
wake up.
forces are under attack.
Oh, these units are still alive.
Standing by.
It's surprising. Not for much longer, it would seem. Also, the fact that the AI is identical means that it's like... It's not even really worthwhile to like pick your fights with them. Right? Because...
Don't give me victims. State the nature of your medical emergency. Did something destroy?
they do the same shit. Basically. I need way more barracks.
Your forces are under attack.
Orders received. Me, boy. Affirmative. I can't feel there. Orders received.
Research complete.
Yes, sir. Destination.
Ay. I must have accidentally hit a fucking... What the... Oh, man. This AI also doesn't give a shit that it's being attacked. It, like, doesn't defend with mutas or something. Because these units would be pulled from the attack squad otherwise.
Yes, sir.
Your forces are under attack.
Oh yeah, here's the same attack from that AI.
Orders, Captain.
Classic.
Add-on complete.
Identify target.
I guess I'll just bring a couple SCVs with me to repair.
Yes, sir. Roger that. Right away, sir. Orders received. Can I read you?
Okay. We're repairing the Resplendant as well, why not?
Not enough minerals.
Orders, sir. Piece of me.
Did something destroyed?
Okay.
Destination. Standing by. Ready to roll out.
I don't know if Goliaths are even useful. I think if we keep the Valks alive, we're probably fine. We just don't have the added benefit of replenishing them
Did something destroyed?
easily.
Don't give me victims.
Wait, did I keep my, oh no, I did not keep my science whistle. It's kind of annoying.
Of course, medical attention.
Checked up and good to go. Yes, sir.
Did someone page the nature of your medical emergency?
Yeah, I don't know. This is like really, there's nothing to
Captain ready.
say about this one. We have the full tech tree under our control, it seems.
Don't give me victims.
Which is like, I understand the idea that we should, theoretically, have the whole tech tree. But
Base is untapped. Complete.
removes any sense of scale or... I don't know.
Did someone page?
Ay. 2-1 for everything. Right out the gate. Another fantastic
Roger that. Affirmative.
thing to experience.
Orders received.
Your forces are under attack. Not enough minerals.
Classic.
Of course, my dear.
Again, the same exact
Add-on
attacks from all of the AI. Really obvious here.
Your forces are under attack.
Why can't I build? Oh, they're Y. Why are they Y?
Not enough minerals.
I'm on the job.
Identify target.
I'm so glad
Proceeding.
that you gave me that for my birthday.
Base is under attack.
What do you think I am, Necron?
Absolutely.
Did someone pay me? Where does it hurt?
Moving.
State the nature of your medical emergency.
Base is under attack.
Orders, sir.
Well, as we prepare, this is one of those maps where it feels like because the AI is really just doing nothing, it's just very basic. It's obviously a Blizzard AI with no defined max values or whatever. Because of that,
Your forces are under attack.
there's
Yes, sir. Proceeding.
Additional supply depots
what,
required.
how did we lose a depot?
Yes, sir. Reporting for duty. Affirmative, Commander. Yes, sir.
Additional supply depots required.
Reporting for duty.
Ay, ay, ay.
Orders, Captain.
Anyways, because of all that, with regards to the AI, there's
Your forces are under attack.
Destination. Absolutely.
there's basically no.
Don't give me a big
Fuck, I added that to the wrong control group. What the fuck am I looking at here? Alright, whatever. They'll eventually stop. Like, it's very much a binary situation where once you build enough units
Your forces
to crack the code here,
State the nature of your medical emergency. Did someone page me?
okay, bye.
On my way.
At least they're using up all of their larvae on, like, Scourge and stupid shit. Since I'm attacking them with one Valkyrie. Okay.
It's showtime.
Oh, I have another Valkyrie here. It's pretty exciting. But yeah, the
Your forces are under attack.
it's pretty obvious to me that there wasn't a whole lot of thought and care put into like how the map is going to be experienced. Should probably get a science facility. But yeah, I only need to expand once.
State the nature
And then, now that I've destroyed one of their bases, the next base is going to be so easy to take and to destroy by comparison.
Base is under attack.
Suiciding Valks. Who gives a fuck?
Your forces are under attack.
I'm on the job. Right away. State the nature of your medical emergency.
Base is under
Another
attack.
2-2 on everything. It's pretty exciting. Blizzard writes some pretty cool scripts, man.
Eager to help.
Job's finished.
Need something destroyed?
Raider here. Go ahead, Commander. Right away, sir.
Your forces are under attack.
This should be good. Orders, Captain. Roger that. Reporting for duty.
Okay.
I read you. Affirmative.
Additional supply forces are under attack. Complete.
Need something destroyed?
All right. Let's mop this up, shall we? Look at this is ridiculous. Still haven't expanded anywhere. But you better believe they have some goofy ass shit over here.
Identify target.
I'm glad that I'm ensnared.
Identify target.
makes me so happy. I don't know how the fuck Orange still has ability to make Hydras. Oh, he built a Hydra then over here. I guess that would explain it, huh? I was hoping that that guy would get annihilated. Please kill the queens. Why can't these be Nidhogg bombers from Echoes? He even said Nightmare Zerg. This is more of a nightmare to me anyways.
Your forces are under attack.
Stay move at this point. Huh. Like, look at all these fucking queens! Get them out of here.
Your forces are under attack.
Wowee. Yeah, it's fine. Just kill them. Please. Die. They've built 3 of every fucking structure. Because there's 2 AIs and both of their bases are doubled up. Yeah, not a good look initially, man. I gotta say.
Did someone page me?
Well, basic enough. Oh, I guess you can't shift those commands for some reason. Alright, that should be everything. Unless I have to destroy this shit too. Should be. Yeah, I guess I probably do, huh? I was gonna say, like, nah, common sense dictates, and then I remembered what I just played. Thanks. For mottoing me, ensnaring me one last time.
Something destroyed. Where does it hurt? Where does it hurt?
I don't know, man. Maybe he has locations or something.
Did someone page me?
I doubt it.
State the nature of your medical emergency. State the nature of your medical emergency. Where does it hurt?
Okay.
Did someone page me?
I don't even have any dropships. I guess I should make some.
Under attack.
Jacked up and good to go. This is Jimmy. Yes, sir. Moving. Proceeding.
Bye.
This is Jimmy. Yes, sir. Proceeding. Absolutely.
Oh no, I'm being ensnared. Where?
Forces are under attack.
I don't have another base up here, do they?
Take your order. Destination. This is Jimmy. This is Jimmy.
Oh my god, there's another one.
Orders, sir. Go ahead, Commander. Identify target.
Die, please. I'm not talking about Raynor. Surprisingly. Hee hee, nicely done, Mr. Raynor. I am impressed. Shut up. I want to know who you are and what the hell you're doing here. Raynor's a real asshole in this campaign. I am Captain Frederick Fairbrother of the United Earth Directorate. The rest will have to wait, Mr. Raynor. The Zerg will soon return and in larger numbers. Get me off this rock and I will tell you everything. Okay. Well, that was the first mission of after Brood War Aftermath. Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, there's not a whole lot going on with the story, it seems. Force 4, by the way. Yeah, not a whole lot going on there. It doesn't seem like this was made with SCM draft, in that if you look at the fact that, like, an obvious thing that I would have done is make it so that, you know, the green and yellow Zerg that attacked us with, like, those spawned waves were the same color as blue and orange, you know what I mean? So that would have been, like, an obvious thing to do. Also, the fact that for this isn't even an SEM draft issue, but the fact that for whatever reason Hyperion's the same color as everything else, hopefully that doesn't keep, because that's really difficult to... Like, you guys saw how much difficulty I had with stuff like that in Eon of the Hawk and so on, so it's not a good look there. Obviously, the AI broke in this. It was improperly put together. Like, the locations were run in silly ways, or the start locations were off, or something was fucked up, basically. And so I don't really know what the deal is there. The fact that they were both the same script as well really hurt the mission. So hopefully there's a bit more of an advancement, like the person who made the campaign learns a little bit more about making campaigns as the campaign goes on, sort of like what we saw with Echoes and some other campaigns, as they sort of like got into a groove in terms of the developer got into some sort of groove when designing it, to the point where the maps were maybe not better as they went on, but more technically proficient. And so hopefully we'll get to some sort of revelation as we continue the campaign. But there's map 1. Hope you enjoyed. We'll be back with map 2 momentarily.